Hey!
What's up, everybody?
Can y'all hear us?
Hello, y'all. Can you hear us?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Three.
Oh, we got 9 people.
Oh,
Where
is
are they
it?
10
at?
people.
Who is it?
Hey, y'all. Say hi.
I can't see.
Oh, hi, Deidre. Hi, Elliot. Hi, Mark. They said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
His birthday is tomorrow on the
Yeah.
21st.
They weren't supposed to tell.
You think we're not going to tell?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just part of the course there.
I asked them if they thought that they would ever have a 39-year-old dad.
I don't know how that happened.
Honestly,
neither.
I'm just a few years older than my kids.
Yeah. And I'm
2 years older than me.
Yeah. I know this was last minute. I wanted to do something since we hadn't done it in a couple of months, and it was his birthday. And so since I was up here and I'm leaving to go back to Texas tomorrow, I just thought, hey, let's throw something out there. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
No early celebrating? Yeah, that's what we're on here for. Hey, from Michigan. Happy birthday.
Hey.
We're in Michigan.
Yes, Marsha, I agree.
What?
May the Heavenly Father continue to bless and keep you safe. Amen.
Yeah.
I have fed him well. He had roast with potatoes, carrots, and onions, and fresh corn that I cut off the cob this summer, and freshly canned green beans, and rolls, and homemade macaroni and cheese. And I know I sound a little like nasally. I've had a sinus infection, so pardon that.
All of us kind of had some allergies.
Oh, and I made him a cake.
A 39-year-old mother, yes.
Ted says, hey, and happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, Ted.
Danny Jackson, hey, what's up? Hope you're feeling well nowadays.
Brent, what up?
Hey, Pedro.
Howdy.
Hey, Brent.
Mr. Brent, how's it going up in the big state of Washington?
I thought it was Oregon.
Oregon, Dad.
Is it Oregon?
Yeah.
That's right, Oregon. Well, they're like side
right
by side.
Hey, Debbie. Hey, Dwayne.
So I was sitting here thinking, since our last live stream, what if we were like that loading up our videos? But anyway, there's been a whole lot go on this summer. I think that, let's see, we went fishing. Last time you were here, we started the front porch. Last time you were here,
that was in August, or was that July?
That was in June. July.
Yeah.
First part of July. Jennifer and I, we made that cedar bed. I started rocking the front of the cabin, got the whole thing trimmed out, sheetrock, painted. Let's see what else. Milled lumber for the front porch that you guys were able to see. What do you think about that front porch, huh? I told Patrick, I said, I don't know whether I'm more proud of this porch or the cabin.
Well, I built the porch, so of course. I'm kidding.
I just watched.
So, yeah, there's been a whole lot go on. And we did see some comments that said, it doesn't look like a whole lot of progress. I said, they're on the wrong side of the camera because on my side, it's been nothing but elbows and elbows.
Yeah. Somebody said it looked like we could park the tractor underneath it and store it out of the rain.
Actually, it's only up, 20. Well, the height of the floor is 3 feet. The bottom is actually 6 inches. But the ground slopes a little bit. So on the other side, it's just a little bit higher. But we only got 5 total steps going up. Yeah.
And the dogs love those steps, honey. They get on that porch and just.
Can you believe I carried all that sheetrock, all that plywood, all that mortar mix, all those stones and everything up a makeshift set of steps?
Listen, those stairs.
For the last 2 years, doing all that kind of stuff.
Anybody who's come out there and had to climb in the house with those set of stairs, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
but let me tell you now, I got a set of steps like going up to the King's Palace.
Yep.
And that front porch, it's awesome.
Happy birthday on the 1st. Who was the first?
Papa.
Papa. Happy birthday.
Hey, yeah, to you too.
49. Never a day older.
Yeah. Well, he's 10 years older than I am.
That's right.
I'm 39.
Yeah.
Thank you all for the birthday wishes.
Thank you, Ted.
Let's see. What else have I done? Or have we done?
Well,
Worked.
yeah, a lot of work.
Besides that. But
some things that you'll be seeing soon.
I tell you what, Patrick and I, we were out looking today. We think that we're going to move the sawmill, and we're going to take the building that it's in and turn it into a new woodshed. I'm going to clear out the area that I've got the other woodshed, because where the sawmill is, it's kind of on the level. Also, behind the sawmill, we're going to build a new sawmill area with a kiln right beside it. And then off to the other side of it, we're going to add a workshop. So if I can get rid of that tiny house, we'll just put a garage up there. That'll give me a whole lot more room to do that. But that's going to be a massive building project that's going to be going on down there. So if we decide to go ahead and go through with that, that's going to be a lot of video material.
A lot of video material, a lot of lumber, under one roof. It's going to end up being probably at least 75 feet long.
Yeah. But that will give me
or more
an area that
Katie.
I can actually, once I pull the lumber off of the sawmill, I can pull it right into the kiln area where I can dry that. Probably around that structure there, I'll probably put that real thick plastic like I had on the house when I started working on it. That way the sun in the summertime can come through, but I'll also have the wood stove in there where I can crank it up, from time to time, and dry out the humidity in the air, and that will help dry it out. But what I'm trying to get at is that'll give me an area where I can just pull it off and I don't have to handle it so many times, and have that wood stacked up in there that, when we start building, then we just, be able to reach in there and get whatever we need.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wanted to know about your chickens laying eggs, and I said,
why don't you move the tiny house to the bottom piece of land, and then guests can stay in it.
I actually told him today that we should maybe
the problem is there's no way to turn around. It would have to be backed up in there, and I don't know what kind of vehicle could actually get in there. It's on skids, but the way that it's built, it only has a 2x4 floor in it. So I don't know that the skids would hold up. If they would, we could just pull it up through there with a dozer or something. But if it was on a truck, it would have to be backed in, because there would be no way to turn it around. And I don't know that a truck could actually get up through there unless I made a really good road and had it gravelled. So not really sure. I might just kind of fix it up a little bit when I get everything moved out of the cabin and try to sell it, and just, start with something different. We did talk about turning it into a workshop, but again, that's the problem with maneuvering a vehicle, because everything on that mountain, pretty much with the exception of the cabin and the sawmill, is built on stilts, because saving the money from having to do a lot of grade work and stuff like that. But I don't know, we'll see. We're just trying to make future plans. I've still got work to do in the cabin, a lot of trim work to do, mainly on the ceiling. Got to put the finished floor in. I'll probably start working on the kitchen cabinets pretty soon, because I need to have some space to put a lot of the stuff that's in that shed. So, we'll see what the future brings, but I can guarantee you this: every day I'm going to be busy doing something. So
that's correct, John. What you build is definitely much better than depends on where you buy it from, but yeah, for the most part.
Hi, Harold.
Those 2x10s that we lifted to put onto that porch, they weren't light, were they?
No.
Because it was real 10 inches by 2 inches. That's the way I milled it.
And they were 12 foot.
They were 12-footers. Well, we cut them off a little bit because I wanted extra length because I didn't know where because the posts were crooked. I didn't know where it would land. So we basically had to measure what we figured was halfway from this post to this post. And then I took my chainsaw and did a plunge cut and cut through there to be able to set that 2x10 inside the posts. So it's built very, very sturdy.
So many questions. Carol, what about the pipe lights? I was funny you should say that. There's a video coming out about that. And so you'll see that soon. Are you building your own cabinets? Yes.
Yes. I'm actually going to use 2x2 material. I'm going to mill that up. And I've got 4 sheets plus a bunch of pieces of that exterior paneling or plywood. And so it will match everything in there. So I'm going to build that. And then I'll probably try to find a good sized tree. And I will mill some 1.5 inch, possibly 2-inch thick material. And I will sand it down, plane it down. And I will put the pieces together, use wooden dowels, glue it, and let it set up. And I'll build my own countertops that will go on that, and along with the open shelving. So it should all, it will look like it was all built together.
So 2 things. So about the lights video, it's just like an introduction to it. We don't have all the fixings yet. They don't have that many pieces in stock at the store, but we did do a couple of them. And then, we'll do another video of him putting them up. But then about the closed caption.
Yes, Live Edge.
I will try to figure that out since you're saying it's on our side.
It is on our side right now during the live video, but normally for any other video that's uploaded, it's on your top right-hand corner. You click and you put that you want the caption available.
Was it 3 dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 dots are.
I'll double check on that. But from the end, some of the things that I have available to me, the options and stuff, I haven't seen that yet. So I will double check though for you. Love the wood stove and stone. Yeah, it was really nice when I got here and walked in the house. It was in person looks a lot different than even it does on in picture or on film. So it's really nice for sure.
Tell them about how warm the cabin's been. It's been down around 41, 42, 43 degrees this week since he's been here.
Yeah. And I mean, you can walk in the cabin and the fire can go out midway through the night, no fire at all. And the cabin will stay about 72, 73 degrees. And then with the stove on light.
Yeah, Phil.
It will get up to probably 78, 80 degrees. Easy.
Yeah, I was surprised because last night was the first night that I slept all night, because of the shoulder. And I woke up and it was still 72 degrees and the fire must have went out around midnight. So I think that radiant barrier, because he and I finished it underneath the floor. We didn't get any film out of it, but we did open up both doors and we did use the camera when the sun was almost setting, where it was coming through the door on the west side. We did pan the camera through there so that you could see what we did. But I think that radiant barrier on the bottom, on the walls, and on the ceiling, along with, all that heavy material that I built it out of and the insulation, I think that they're all working together and doing a good job because, and I'm not even using the fan on the stove, I don't even have the doors open on the stove most of the time. It's just whatever heat is radiating out between the 2 pieces of metal and what's coming off the top of it, or around it, I should say. But the stones don't even hardly get warm either, do they?
No. The dogs will lay on the stones.
You can feel where it goes through the wall. And since I put that high dollar,
Jeff.
double insulated flue material in there. You can feel around there. The stones don't even hardly get warm. So it's doing a good job.
Jeff. Hey, listen, I have to tell y'all something. So back on, today's what, the 20th? October 17th, little Smokey turned 1 year old. Our little Moke dog is
And
now
boy.
a big boy. He the big doggy. Danny, I canned like, or I put up like 72 ears of corn that I shucked off the cob, blanched them, blanched them, cut them off the cob. Green beans, I think I put up 24, 32 quarts. And tomatoes, couldn't tell you.
No, our garden. The garden up there.
No, he's asking me because I was talking about the food that I done.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, another project we were wanting to start was the root cellar. But I have to, that ground, it's hard as a woodpecker's lip. I mean, if you lived around this area, you would know when you're trying to dig in the shale and red clay. I mean, it's tough. I would have to pretty much get a backhoe to go in there and dig out a hole, you know, to do that. So I'm going to try to, I called a guy today about seeing if he would come out and do a little bit of work. But that's another thing. We're trying to do things that are going to be practical. I wanted to start that base camp, but when we start looking at the future, you know, the way the economy is now and the direction that I kind of believe that we're heading in the future, we probably need to be setting ourselves up, you know, for being more self-reliant and things like that. So a root cellar would make a lot of sense. A workshop, you know, that makes sense. A garage is something that you need. The kiln would be a great addition to the sawmill. So, you know, I want to move that woodshed because I kind of built it on the bank right there. But it was a good place to store wood in the meantime. But I was telling him that if we move the sawmill, instead of taking that building down, which I thought about doing originally, and creating kind of like a little seating area, like a little park area with a gazebo and stuff right there, that building would make a really good woodshed. And so
at least for a while,
what we'll probably do is kind of take those doors off once we get the other sawmill built and kind of close it in a little bit, because we don't need such a big wide entrance, and it's kind of a little on the tacky side looking, you know, but it served its purpose because before I got everything kind of built when I moved up there, I could actually go and work in there, and the sunlight during the day would come through and it gave me light. Plus it gave me a little bit of warmth, you know, and it kept the cold off of me in the wintertime while I was milling lumber. So
when he says cold, guys, listen, in the wintertime, it's still 30 degrees in there until he lit the fire, and then it was 40. He's a rugged guy.
Anywho, but that's kind of what we're thinking, you know, and we're just thinking out loud with you guys too.
Somebody mentioned the other lab. Her name is Dolly.
Dolly Pearl.
Yeah, she's a goofy little one, and keeps him busy.
John says, when you build a kiln, build a solar kiln. Well, I'll have to look into that. I was trying to think of stuff that I could actually use that I already have, like that stove. And you know, honestly, it would be more of a place to just store wood instead of trying to dry it out, because I've got so much wood around there that I would constantly be, you know, milling stuff, trees that fall, you know, and just stacking it up. Just a place to have it instead of a bunch of little, you know, piles here and there with tarps over the top of it. But anywho,
so listen, maybe there is a way to fix the subtitles and the closed caption. So we'll look at that, because I was just looking. It gives me the option, but I have someone else looking, and it says that it's unavailable. So we'll try to figure that out for all of you all.
You know, I had somebody one time saying that they watched a video, then the following week it was in closed caption. So, you know, sometimes YouTube does funny things.
So when we're uploading videos, YouTube will ask you if like the languages that you uploaded in and so on and so forth. And I think sometimes it may take them time to, for the computer or software or whatever to, get all the words in order and then to post it later on. I don't think they would be able to do that, simultaneously when it's coming out and premiering that day. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll look into it though. Yes, Dolly was her name when he got her. He got her like 5 months.
No, we only got her when she was 6 months old. She might be 8 or 9 months old now.
Okay. So, yeah, Dolly was already her name, and they didn't want to change it.
I don't think I'll get 2 labs again. That's for sure.
She's mischievous. She climbs on the table and steals snacks. She won't let.
She stirs the pot with Smokey.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something too. I can like give them bones, like those leather bones, that they chew on and stuff. And if Smokey drops his to go get a drink of water or something, she'll very politely or very gracefully, let me say it that way, walk over there and she'll look around to see if anybody's looking. She'll pick it up and then she takes off to her little doghouse where she's got bones piled up. She's more of a mess than he is. Mm-hmm. And she stirs things with him. He can be sleeping and then she'll go over there and she'll start nudging on him. I'll be like, Dolly, leave him alone.
She takes his lip with her teeth and just yanks on one of his his upper lip, just
ears, everything.
And he's just so polite, he's just playing and he'll start whining, like she's got a hold of him hurting.
So polite.
But I'll tell you what, one of these days he's going to jump on her when he's had enough of it. And I'm just wondering if he's going to hurt her, because he's like twice her size. He's huge. You should see the pictures of his brothers and sisters. His head is so defined. He looks like, I don't know. It's just a real stark contrast between the pictures of his other brothers and sisters and then him.
He has a real personality for sure.
Yeah, he does. Dad, we actually had another dog picked out that night. And then Dad said, well, I want one that, seems to have attitude. So they said, oh, here, this one. And then we seen little old Smokey. And he was not being.
Sometimes he'll bark
nice.
real quietly.
And we decided.
Like he'll be barking and then Dad will say, hush, no, not right now. Shh. And he'll go, arf, arf. He'll bark real quiet.
Yeah,
he's
but
really smart.
All you can hear is his teeth going chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah, he's really funny. So I'm trying to think about stuff that not to give videos away.
We could talk a whole lot about. Ron just sent a message up there. Mm-hmm. We could talk a whole lot about that. But I don't believe that we're going to go back to anything representing normal for a long time, if ever. Things have changed, and I think we'll continue to. That's why I was talking about becoming more self-reliant.
Tractor.
Hey, guys, how do you get a country girl's attention? A new tractor. Ain't that the truth?
There's a lot thinks my tractor's sexy.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. It's a song.
I'm surprised you knew that song.
Oh,
Dad
Lord.
has jokes. We're not used to that.
I got jokes.
Me.
I can't wait for y'all to see the porch. What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
2 days from now.
Friday, you'll see the whole deal. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm blessed to have that porch because of him, because of her,
because of Patrick.
Because of Patrick number 2.
I didn't do anything really.
Yeah.
I cooked beanie weenies that day.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, what sound do porcupines make when they kiss? Ouch!
You see why I don't have much hair? Because I'm constantly pulling it out.
That was a good one.
So I'm trying to get him to well, we've talked about building several structures so far today. We went and looked at a bunch of different structures. What we want to know from you guys is what structure you guys think would be the most interesting to watch first, and then we'll talk about and seeing if it's in the cards to do that for you. We got to clean a lot of the area out, a whole lot.
Yeah. Yep.
What is
we also bought
blacksmith shop? Man, we didn't even talk about that.
We bought a
Jeff
chipper shredder today because we want to start doing a lot of cleanup. I'm starting to accumulate tree tops and stuff like that laying in the woods, and it's such a mess. So it's not a heavy duty one. It says it will handle up to 3-inch material, but I don't think that I would put that in
probably
there.
Do this right here a little bit.
So, but stuff like this I can use for handrails and things like that. But the smaller stuff, I could use it a lot to clean the area up, and use those wood chips to strew them everywhere and wouldn't have to walk in so much mud. If I threw some of them in the compost area, after a year or so, they would break down, and then I would be able to put them on the garden and stuff like that, So Danny said workshop. Why is Patrick number 2 always
sloping around in the background? We don't really see him now. I know he's busy, but it's like he's not. He's actually a great help. I think that the way it's because I think that's the way it comes out on film sometimes.
He's shy when the camera's turned on.
When the camera's turned off, he's full of some vinegar.
When he knows it's going on, he doesn't really want to talk a lot. He actually doesn't talk a lot, period. But and that's just his personality. But I'll tell you what, he's helped me a tremendous amount out there, and he's learning because he didn't know how to do any of that stuff.
I think he went and put a shed together and built some stairs for somebody or something already. But no, he just he's all work, no play, so to speak.
Yeah, he helps a lot.
Yeah,
for sure. Like every time something needs to be grabbed or done, he's already on the way to go get it.
The band I talked to.
Donald, that's where I'm talking about putting it, or that's where we're talking about. I'll actually kind of like do a little walkthrough on video, and I don't know whether I'll do it on the review channel or not. It may be on the main channel, but we'll kind of give you an idea of what we're thinking about doing. We may have to change some things, but we're kind of spoofing it out today, and that's what we're kind of thinking about.
He loves ketchup on eggs.
I know. David, listen, do not knock it till you try it. Just like jelly is really good on eggs.
David, it's okay if you tried it and didn't like it.
I bet you eat cheese on your hamburgers too, don't you?
He didn't like cheese either.
No, it's not happening.
Only cheese on certain hamburgers over here, y'all.
Listen, I would prefer to have bacon and eggs and sliced tomatoes. But when I can't get a hold of a good sliced tomato, because tomatoes in the wintertime, when you buy them from the store, they don't really taste good. Ketchup, my grandmother, when I was real little, she told me, she said, try this on your eggs. And I did. And I'm going to tell you something. It's actually really good. But, some people don't like ketchup. Just like some people don't like cheese, which is me. I wouldn't eat melted cheese on nothing because it's becomes alien once you melt it, and it doesn't taste good to me.
Yes, I was watching the dog look at Bentley, look at you.
Peanut butter on hamburger.
That's a thing.
No.
Peanut butter and egg.
No.
Tell him.
No.
John, tell him. Peanut butter and egg.
Watch him look at you on camera.
Yeah. He's a good boy. Are you a good boy?
No, he knows you're telling Smokey he's the best boy.
Somebody asked me something a minute ago.
Where?
Scroll up. Oh, the Bluegrass Band. I just talked to good old Billy Boy today. He said that it wouldn't be this weekend. He actually had a death in the family a weekend or two ago. And then this weekend, he does old war reenactments. So he has one this weekend somewhere in West Tennessee, I think, middle, somewhere like that. But he said maybe in the next couple of weeks that he could come up there.
Jeff, I'll tell you what, mustard on a sausage biscuit is good too.
Grape jelly on a sausage biscuit's good.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to try that.
Yeah.
Bologna and
a tomato with a sausage biscuit's good.
No, they said sliced tomatoes with hot gravy. Somebody said bologna with apple butter. What?
No, yeah, okay. I've had fried bologna with some type of applesauce before, so that kind of makes sense. And it was good, and it was with scrambled eggs. Yum.
Have you thought about using slabs to make gutters on the cabin? Yeah. He actually puts the slab gutters on the tiny house.
You just have to seal them well, you know. You have to use a lot of sealant. But what I want to do is I want to get some of that 6-inch guttering, because if I'm going to do a rain catchment system, I need to catch all of that rain, you know, and it would be a whole lot easier to get all the fittings to go, you know, where I needed it. And, you know, also be able to put that, what do they call it? Leaf guard in there. Because we get a lot, being in the woods there, I get a lot of blow by stuff, you know, leaves and things like that. They would constantly be full. So
yeah.
Bananas with Miracle Whip on bread. Miracle Whip and bananas.
Hey, I ate a bread sandwich the other day. Anybody ever done that? Let me know if you know what that is.
Donald says hot sauce on eggs. You know, the hot sauce that fella sent us is really, really good.
That's Buc-ee's.
Well, it was really, really
That's
good.
Buc-ee's.
I've never have liked Louisiana or Texas Pete. I would stay away from those myself because I didn't like the taste of them. But whatever he sent us, it had a really good taste, and I like it, you know. And if I could get more of it, I might try to put some of that on my eggs too.
I can send it to you.
Can you?
Yeah, Buc-ee's is from Texas.
Yeah. Fried bologna. Yes, that's good. Really good.
Where do you get all of your energy? Him? David?
Me? Talking about me?
It sure ain't me.
You talking about him?
Well, if you're talking about me,
He just likes to work.
I like to work, but I push myself too. A lot of times I don't really want to get out there because I've worked so hard and do anything, but I know if I don't, things aren't going to get done. And
he doesn't stop. He just pushes himself.
He gets upset if he wakes up a little late. Sorry.
Yeah, I get upset if I know I've wasted daylight.
Yeah.
Because that's the way I was raised. My grandfather raised me that way, and I've just kept that same attitude. I'll tell the kids a lot of times too. I'll say, "All right, let's go. We're burning daylight."
Yeah, and it'll be 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
What kind of pants do ghosts wear? Boo jeans.
Wow. Yeah.
What do you give a vampire when he's sick?
I don't know.
Coffin drops.
We're gonna have to move her.
My kids used to eat just bread as a snack. That's basically what I did. I grabbed 2 pieces and just ate them.
Shaking.
I can't help it. I'm sorry if the camera's shaking. I'm having to it's on a laptop and I'm having to scroll through comments.
I'm kind of having to learn how to do different things now because this arm I can't lift since I injured it several months ago. So I'm having to do things a lot differently, and I'm having to wait till I have help to do some of the major things. It keeps me awake at night a lot, but I'm not about to allow them to mess with it. You know, the irritation and the
I don't know, Danny.
Being uncomfortable, and I don't know, maybe if you want to use the word pain, is something I can live with. You know, I can deal with it because I just do. I don't take anything for pain. But I'm having to learn how to do things differently, you know, especially with that.
That's a lot of times why you'll always see new tools, because I'm trying to make things a little bit easier or more convenient for what he has to, or what he may have to do until someone else gets up there to help him. So instead of having to lug around a cord or a hose or the,
Move your finger.
What?
She looks like crap or something. He was
like a carp.
Oh,
like
I was
a
being
cart.
funny.
Oh, okay.
So, what's the little air machine called? Air compressor, or the generator. I've tried to get him battery powered
He's wanting
tools
to get up there.
so that way he can do things a little easier.
Yeah, I actually mentioned to him today about a wood splitter. Not that I can't still swing an axe or the maul.
That maul is heavy.
But I don't want to injure myself to where I can't make videos, you know, because we feel responsible to you guys. We enjoy filming and letting you see what we're doing and the progress. And, you know, it's just so strange because in the beginning, we were just going to document what we were doing and put it on YouTube. Had no idea that we would be doing live streams or anything like that. But yeah, I don't want to injure myself to the point where I wouldn't be making videos. We may be just doing review vlogs. How well would that go over?
I will say because you know, we've had several comments about the commercials and stuff like that, and I just wanted to take time out to say thank you, because although I know they're very inconvenient a lot of times when it stops stops you seemingly every 5 seconds, sometimes it feels like. As a fellow watcher,
Richard, bless you.
As a fellow watcher myself, I know sometimes it's annoying, but because you guys so faithfully continue to support and watch our show and share it and so on and so forth, you know, a lot of those items that you see and the way that the house is being built and everything, a lot of that comes from the fact from your support. So thank you.
He's getting sweet.
Who,
you
me?
don't eat pizza?
He does, but when he orders his pizza, if it's supposed to have a whole cup of cheese, it better have a half.
And he orders a pizza that looks about like that.
There's just enough cheese on there to hold the toppings on that masks the flavor. Because if I get one that has like regular cheese, not extra, but regular cheese, I can't eat it because the cheese taste is overwhelming, and that just drives me nuts. And
hey,
yeah,
look here.
What?
Pop sore ligament in his shoulder. They went in microscopically, and he was healed in a couple weeks. Look at that.
Yeah, I did.
Now here's the deal, guys. Listen, he's the one who films and edits and does most of the work, like 90% of the time. So if he was to ever go down or get surgery by choice, and hopefully never by accident, there may not be any videos for 2 weeks. I told him I would always try if I had to, but I don't. He's been doing it since day one. So,
you know what? If you look real close, I bet Aniston is watching.
I bet she is too.
That's my little niece.
Where are you, Aniston?
Aniston.
There's the camera right here.
Huh?
Are you there?
Or are you there?
I bet you're right there.
High five. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Strawberry jam, yes. Now listen, I love to make some homemade freezer jam. Strawberry freezer jam. Y'all ever have that? If you haven't, hit us up. I will send you the recipe.
Somebody mentioned the lights earlier. On one of the videos that's coming out next week, we started putting together the sconce lights for the cabin.
Carol did. Carol. Yeah.
Okay. So what we did is we show you actually how we do it. But if it's something that you don't actually want to do, but you would like to have some, we decided that we could make you up some and send them to you. He's going to show some different designs on our website. The one that I'm making,
they're not up yet.
You'll see what they look like. But we figured that we could do it relatively cheap. They're heavy duty because they're made out of galvanized metal. Okay. But if you want something like that, all you would have to do is drop us an email or do it yourself because we show how to do it. But if you're interested and you want us to do it, just drop us an email. Tell us which type you like. We'll make them up, and of course, cover the shipping cost, but we'll ship them to you. So that's something that we can do.
John, I guess I could do that It'd have to be shipped in dry ice or something.
Larry.
Been watching since the start of the cabin. That was
Man.
about
Awesome.
2 years ago next month.
Have you watched
Health
all
does
the
come
videos?
first.
Have you watched all the videos? Yes, Jeff. I agree with you. I tell him all the time, if your health isn't there,
What do you have? You have nothing.
mm,
I beg him to take a day off.
been watching since the start of the cabin. Man, that's a long time. Me too.
My uncle passed away last week. Was it last week? I'll be heading out to Michigan starting Monday, so there'll be a few days that I won't be making any videos. But he's going to try. We've got so many videos. He's going to start trying to do like a little short series on how to build an outdoor kitchen, how to build a compost toilet, or whatever, so that people don't have to go through the whole length of those videos, but they can see the nuts and the bolts of it.
Yeah.
So if you guys, want to watch something like that, he's going to try to put some of that footage together and might do a little bitty series on it.
It's a lot of footage.
And it's not the only way, but it's our way, the way that we did it.
Yeah.
And it's how to do it like we did it. Not necessarily how to do one, but how to do it like we did it. But he's going to try to start helping, with some of lots of the footage that we have to do that.
Can't you build up enough video to cover a couple weeks? So we've talked about that. Can you just tell them, we've kind of mentioned it a couple times before, but what it looks like when you just like a week of how you go out and you film and you record, and then how you edit stuff together? Because it's really, really hard to get enough of what you're talking about to get ahead, because he pretty much has to, he's pretty much filming and editing and building, and you're seeing it,
I get up every day and I try to decide the day before what I'm going to do.
Oh,
and
little Lorenzo. I
get up and I start, right? But I have to get all the camera equipment out. I have to set it up. I have to turn it on. I have to have everything set up in order to start the camera, so that I can just jump right in there, so that I'm not wasting battery and film, camera's just running. But then I have to go cut the camera off after a couple of minutes. Okay. And I may only use that for 10 seconds. So I'm constantly cutting the cameras on and off. I'm constantly moving them to change angles so that it appears more interesting to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if I wasn't filming, I could have twice as much done, because moving the cameras, setting them up, takes up about half of my day.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're seeing is probably 2 days worth of work in a 30-minute video.
Right. And he has to have enough content in that 1 week to get a Monday video and a Friday video.
Right. So I'm constantly working to bring those videos to you guys, and then editing. It takes me 3 to 4 hours going through the footage to edit a video. I might not be what? There you go, Jeff.
Oh, that's so cute, Carol. Our little grandson's 3, and he loves our show. And as soon as he hears the music, he says, "Creek."
So it takes probably 10 hours to do the 2 videos plus the review video. Now, the review video doesn't take me a long time to do, because it's pretty much just, motionless. I'm standing there talking to the camera, or I'm showing you something and talking about it. So it's a whole lot easier to do, but it does take a little bit, a little while to do it. So
yeah,
you're probably talking about 10 hours worth of editing, and then recharging batteries and just constant, and then I take off and I will drive from where I'm at, which is, for my driving, between 45 minutes to an hour to come to Jennifer's. I come over here on Sunday. I load those videos up, and it usually takes 3 to 4 hours just to load those 3 30-minute videos up, because it takes a while to go up to YouTube. It takes a while for it to process, and I want to make sure it's done before I leave, because I can't really afford to come back. There's not enough time. So it's definitely a process to bring those videos out there. Because I don't have internet out there where I'm at.
Don't have power.
Don't have power. Don't have water. You know, so it
Got him.
it takes a minute or two. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. We're having a lot of fun doing it, and we'll continue to do it. You know, good Lord willing, and Middle Creek don't rise.
As soon as your dad, oh, he loves it as soon as your dad says creek. That's funny.
What's that?
I still think
Carol.
it should be with an EY, Jeff.
Lorenzo is.
Just me. That's what I was just saying. It's her little grandson, and he loves the show.
As soon as you say.
Do you upload with an MP4? It's faster.
A lot of times it depends. A lot of times it depends on the internet connection and the size of your video. And since we upload 30, 40-minute videos, I mean, it just here's the thing. The upload doesn't take a long time. It's YouTube has their own checks and balances thing to make sure that your video is in proper.
Yeah, there's a whole list of stuff about improper words, sensitive material. Are guns involved? Or do you have kids on the show? Do you do this? Do you do that? You know, so it has to go through all those checks. And then it goes from standard definition to high definition, you know, processing. It's just, and here's another thing. Jennifer lives in a subdivision. If there's quite a few people using the internet, it slows my speed down because the internet is only as fast as the funnel can handle information. So if there's a lot of information coming down that funnel, yours is piled in with everybody else's, and it's going to take a while if there's a whole lot of traffic.
Why was the pencil's joke so bad? Because there was no point.
Oh,
man, nobody laughed at that one.
We're gonna get a bunch of laughing things here in a second.
I'm trying to make up for the lost time, y'all.
Yeah.
Trying to make up for the lost time.
Yeah.
Talked about the base camp area today.
We talked about that, but you know, with things the way that they are, and being honest and straightforward with you guys, we don't know that that's really a necessity now, since we've got other things in mind to do that would go along with the homestead and it functioning properly, you know, like it should. A root cellar would be much more important. A hog pen would be much more important. A barn with some animals in it, you know, a place to keep the tractor, keep it out of the weather is much more important. So, you know, a lot of ideas that we had to start with, you know, priorities are changing as everything else changes. So we still have those things in mind that we want to do because that was part of our original dream. But as we keep going forward with this thing, you know, I just want to make sure that not only am I safe and I'm taken care of, and, you know, I can be as self-reliant as possible. But if push came to shove later on, to be able to, you know, to have or be able to make provisions for my family too.
He needs to teach them chickens how to hatch a couple eggs, though.
Yes, he does. Needs to teach them how to push them puppies out.
Tell him to put a camera out there so we can figure out what keeps killing all these chickens. He's had 6 of them die so far.
Another one?
6 of them. There's 4 left.
Oh, yeah.
There's 10 total.
There's nothing getting in there and getting them. They're getting sick and dying, and I don't know why. The one that ended up with the head missing was laying against the fence. So I know that something reached in there and pulled it. But the others, I don't know. It was like they got some disease or something. And I went,
Wormy.
you know, I got some stuff to boost their immune system and things of that nature. And it seems like with what I've got left, that's working. But I would notice every once in a while when I'd go up there, you know, one would be just sitting there, just, you know, like this. And
Mortal Kombat.
When is electric and water coming as winter approaching fast?
Hey, you know what? he probably won't like this, but my sister and I have been talking about getting electric and water out there. Yeah, will y'all tell him you're still watch the channel if we got that for him?
He does not want it because he says that it will affect the channel, and we want to get it for him.
Yeah.
I would like to be off grid. I would like to be reliant on my own power. But
we want to do it for him.
It's costly.
Yeah.
I did have check out the electric, but they want $10,000 to run it up there. So I couldn't really see paying that kind of money. And that's just for the privilege to pay them another $200 a month. See, used to they would provide one pole for free and bring it up, hook you up to the grid, and then you pay monthly charge. But now it's you pay 100% construction charge from wherever their line is at. That's only the county that I live in. All the other counties still operate the old way, but only in the county that I live, you pay 100% construction charge.
Yes. And if somebody has knowledge on solar stuff, please send it to us. We're not opposed to that. We know that it's costly up front, but he doesn't have a whole lot of requirements. It's just the reason I wanted personally and my sister to get electric up there wasn't just for his living situation. It's also because of all the buildings that are going to be out there eventually. I wanted to be able to have, if we're going to run a lathe, if we're going to run, we need a little bit more power. And so to get solar installed everywhere may end up being too costly. But of course it is efficient over the long haul.
Can anyone tell his shoulder's hurting?
Well, anyway.
Your sister's watching.
My sister?
Yeah.
Oh, Susie?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because they just told me on my phone.
Oh.
Hi, Aunt Duty.
What's up, Susie? How's the foot?
Susie.
She injured her foot recently,
baby,
so
I love you.
She's kind of circling the airport up there at the house.
Bury the power cable, have no poles. How do you do that? Can you bury it under a creek? There's a creek bed we'd have to cross.
He said it was 20 years ago.
No, he's just saying it's still working.
Here's the thing. I talked to them about a pole down there in the field. They didn't really want to do that.
Because they're lazy.
They would come across the creek for about $5,000. Then I could take it from there. But I didn't mention anything about the house because then they would be responsible, right? So we were talking about Jennifer wanting to build a small area down there to hang out, down where the driveway turns and goes up the hill. And it would provide us the ability to do that, but then from there, I would have to take it another 350, 400 feet. I'd have to buy some pretty heavy gauge cable to be able to do that. But, we're still throwing that around. And the thing about power out in that area, guys, I don't know. It may be out as much as it's on because of all the storms and the trees. They don't maintain that area. And what are you talking about?
Ew. It's out some. It's not out.
Yeah, it's not out all that much.
It's more convenient than inconvenient.
And it sure would have been convenient this summer.
Ask Susie. Every time a lightning storm comes, she doesn't have power for several hours. Or if it's a wintertime, the trees blow down. I can remember when the kids were really small, we were without power for almost 10 days.
Dang.
I remember that time. Now, that was some fun times. They chased us up at night. We were trying to sleep, and they would try to scare us. And we played rummy.
No. How long
till
was
our eyes crossed.
But it's kind of like whenever you have a storm, it throws the breaker. It's like there's a breaker somewhere.
He did get fish hooked, Jeff.
Yeah.
You can
got him.
Off Craigslist. They are companies that get lots from the military bases, commercial, resell them.
Also, don't know what kind of equipment
Thanks,
we would
Elliot.
have to install on the roof.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably have to build an array out in front of the cabin somewhere on the bank there to be able to get up across the trees. I don't think I could do it on the top of the house. And I don't know if I would want to attach anything to the metal on the house. So I would build a wooden structure that would be able to accommodate the solar panels. But it's the batteries and the inverters and all those other things that we haven't really checked into the price and don't really know what my usage would be yet. But, you know, I told him, I said, we could start out with, you know, 3 or 4, 300 watt, you know, solar panels and rig it up with maybe one of the large batteries and see how far it would go. If it didn't go far enough, add another battery, you know, or add a third battery till I can kind of determine what my normal usage would be.
What about propane? Yeah. Holy cow, where'd all those comments come from?
Come on, Papa.
There's not enough flow in the creek. There is when it rains because it is a.
Did you see what Papa wrote?
Yeah, I said no.
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting a little slow though. What about propane? He does want a propane tank for his appliances. That way, when the power, when the power does go out, he still has his fridge and stuff.
Right.
So,
y'all, anybody noticed I look like olive oil? And not in a good way. Had I known that and remembered that we were going live tonight, I would not have hair like this. Look like
unless you have a wide open area or plan on thinning trees, solar will work, but won't be as efficient.
The widest area is really on top of the cabin.
Out in front of the cabin, I would be able to go up above the trees. I think we're going to have to go at about a 35-degree angle. That it would be able to clear all those trees up there. What does that say? 2.3 to 3
kg.
Kilograms.
Around $30,000. See, that's a lot of money.
You mean kilowatts? What, kilogram? I don't know.
That's probably what
I don't know nothing about solar, Danny. I'm sorry. I'll watch that channel you posted though. Can't use solar here, no sun in the winter.
Bless it.
But yeah, send us some information on what kind of building you would like to see us working on next, just to kind of give us an idea.
A lot of people said the root cellar.
Root cellar? Mm-hmm. I have to dig a hole for that though. Have to have somebody dig a hole for it.
It's going to be about 10 feet or 12 feet.
Yeah,
deep.
We were thinking about 8 or 10 foot wide and 10 or 12 foot deep.
Yeah.
Would be sufficient for, you know, for us. Let's see. What else? Yeah, if you guys aren't watching the review channel, be sure and check that out too, because I don't know, I think I have more fun putting that together than the Outpost channel.
You see a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. Talk about a lot of stuff too.
We got a haul coming in, you'll see.
Let's see, what else did we get? Oh, we got a review coming up too, where my son went overboard and bought me all these kinds of tools. I won't say anything yet. That'll be coming out next week. But
it's for his birthday.
Yeah, but he just
turned 18. He's barely legal.
He just went overboard. That's my point. He scares me when I go with him to the store because he likes to spend that money.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I told him when we got in the truck, I said, look, man, what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. So, and anybody who comes up there who helps out, anybody who's watching now, who's been a subscriber and has come up there and helped out, or anybody who, you know, has been helping out.
The root cellar, no, it won't be poured cement. It's going to be a wooden structure. The walls will probably be built more like a cabin. Like a button pass log cabin. with a heavy duty roof, probably covered with, what do you call that? Wrap, that waterproof wrap. Skin.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's something that you put on there that the water can't penetrate. Blue skin, something to that nature. But that will keep it watertight. So once, the logs are in there and being treated, burned, and putting the oil on them, I think that they would last several lifetimes. And just have a small covering over the top, where it will look natural, blend into the woods. But the other thing too is I would probably suspend the floor on blocks. That way it's not actually touching the ground. That will help to keep a lot of the moisture from coming through the floor. And then of course, some kind of off the wall door going into it, not a regular door,
Blueskin.
not really a round door. I don't think I don't like the look of a round door, but an oval door maybe, something like that. But and then have some wings out on the side. But I told Patrick that we would dress it up and make it look really funky, like I have done the other structures. But
Jeff, my back's just hurting.
I don't know what that is. What? What is this?
what's that?
I don't know. That. So some kind of
Butane, maybe.
I don't know.
Butane. I don't know.
A blacksmith shop. I actually when we first started the channel and Lynn started making a lot of stuff, I got really interested in wanting to have like a shop like that, or I wouldn't say a forge, but that would be cool. I feel like that's a little further along than where he's at, just because he would have to learn that entire trade, and I feel like it would take away from some of the things he's trying to build. But I definitely think that we're going to have one, because I'll probably press for it at some point so he can start making some things that he always goes up the hill for.
We'll see.
We'll see. Let's see. It's the same. So it's blue. It's blue skin.
Blue skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. Walls should be earth bags. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I vote like Debbie over here.
Is that
with
like,
her water
is
and
that like a
electricity.
potato sack?
Huh?
What's an earth bag?
It's just like bags stuffed with dirt, sand, whatever.
Oh.
It will still have to have some structure though, because they could cave in to it. But we'll come up with something. I guarantee you that.
Jeff, that's true. But our neighbor Lynn, although I think he does have a hammer and anvil, but he actually has this like hydraulic press thing that he uses. You can hear him using it all the time.
Yeah, he's got that air hammer.
Yeah.
Of course, he still has to hammer out things by hand too.
Yeah.
A woodwright shop. Yes, I agree with you, Papa, because I've got all kinds of wood material, equipment, and it would be nice to have it all located in one area where I could just run it through here, turn around, do this and that, and next thing you know, because I want to get a wood lathe. I think that I could do a lot of things with the lathe as far as building my own furniture. I got rid of a lot of furniture when I left the place before I moved out there, because I wanted to get something that was different, because what I had was more like modern stuff, and I wanted stuff that was going to go with the look of the cabin. So I just got rid of it. And I plan on, making some things like my own table, my own countertops. And, we made that bed. It's still not finished, but, I'm using it. But a lot of things like that. I'm going to make a desk area for where I do my editing and stuff like that. I'll create that. It'll all be live edge stuff. I'm having a lot of fun, working with that. But it won't be anything, refined and, using a router and going, it's going to be rough looking, because that's the way everything is built around there. You know, it's backwoods, you know, early American type style. So I want to keep it that way. Just like this thing behind me that Jennifer wanted me to make for her right here. It's just rough as a cob, you know, but it actually looks good. So things like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a foundation poured? Yes, I've poured several. They use a water membrane applied to the side. You think is what they call it. I don't ever remember doing that, but I worked for a construction outfit that built a wastewater treatment plant, and I was around a whole lot of that stuff that being done.
What?
I have a cement block root cellar. Never again. My grandfather did too. I would do a cement pour, doubles as a bug out shelter. Never again. I would do a cement pour.
Would your property taxes go up if you had power?
No, because
No.
well, I don't know. See, they don't even know I exist because I don't have power. So I don't think the property taxes would go up. There's never been an assessor up there looking at anything because we're actually not on the map.
Yeah.
We're just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
We're not
All
really.
of us
We
sitting here.
exist, but we don't exist.
We're not really here. This is pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
This video will self-destruct in 3, 2.
That's funny.
We'll wrap it up here in the next 4 minutes. We'll end it at a nice even 110. I made an old shaker table.
Yeah. You know, the girls did home ec. What do they call it?
Home ec.
Home ec. They don't have that. Wood shop. I don't even think they have driver's ed courses anymore. We were driving down the road today. I said to my son, I said, people don't even know the rules of the road. You know, they get in the left-hand lane or the other lane and drive the same as the people. I said, you know, they don't even know how to drive, you know. The left lane is the passing lane. Once you pass, you get back over in the other lane, you know, for somebody else that wants to drive faster and pass you. But they'll get over there and they'll just sightsee and everything and slow everybody down. And it's just a nightmare, you know.
Turons.
Yeah.
Are you laughing at me?
It probably would because they will know you have buildings on the property. Well, when I talked to the guy, I told him that, you know, I had a tractor and a welder. I wanted to be able to plug the tractor in because it was diesel so I could use it in the wintertime, you know. I even talked about building a little barn next to the pole. Because at the time when he came up there, that's all I was doing. I didn't even have the cabin going. But, you know, the cabin was never inspected as far as an electrical person. Now, that's not the first place that I've wired. So I know it's done correctly, but they probably wouldn't pass it anyway. So I would have, since they've never seen it, you know, they could go back and watch the videos, but since they never seen it, there would be a lot of stink raised as far as an electrical inspector goes. Trust me. Okay. It's not my first rodeo.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about an electrical inspector.
I'm
Anyway,
not even talking about you.
but if they did drop a pole off somewhere, I believe I could pick it up from there, bring it up to the house and not have, you know, any issues.
David, I had to figure out who Brandon was. Took me a minute.
I don't think she's seen the video.
I haven't seen the video, but I've heard about it.
Thank you, Joey.
Yes, he's going to be 18 tomorrow, 39, some say. Yeah.
Rotten to the core.
His birthday is exactly 1 month after mine.
So special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Smokey's is just a few days before mine.
Him turning good old 1 year old.
Richard, physical therapy helped my torn rotator cuffs. Didn't have a problem for over 3 years afterwards.
Then you had a problem?
I worked with a lot of guys that had that done, you know. And
I'm sure the whole county knows what's going on.
They were laid up for 6 or 8 months, you know, with physical therapy. Weren't able to do a whole lot. Talked with another guy about doing a shoulder replacement. He had one done. he said within 4 weeks he was using it like normal. But it's not so bad that I can't do things. I can still lift this way. I just can't do it with my arm turned over and lift that way.
Well, and you can't for an extended period of time hold anything
Yeah,
up.
I can't, unless it's straight up in the air like this. If it's bent a little bit, that puts pressure right there.
Well, I tell you what, though, when we were under the house stapling that stuff, it is not a joke. It is not a joke. That stapler, which is this big, where's the camera? This big, when you're holding it for 3 hours, whoo! I was underneath the house grunting and just and he starts laughing and making fun of me and mocking me, and I'm just like, man, no wonder your shoulder's torn up.
I'm going to tell you something.
Patrick said he didn't know if his neck muscles would be able to hold that big melon up anymore either.
Yeah. Everybody always made fun of how big my head was because
Happy belated birthday, Donald.
For those who can't see how big my head is, look, watch this. Ready? Look.
You got a melon. No, you don't understand. It fits mine.
Yeah,
I must have
my
a
head
melon.
is huge. I'd have no idea why. And so I'm up there trying to do sit-ups and raise my head, and my neck muscles the next day was just so sore, and I could not lift my head. I was lifting my head like this trying to staple stuff. It was hardcore.
His poor arm, though, y'all.
That's a job I dreaded too, but it's done. It is done.
Where you live in Canada? Oh, someone asked earlier, where in Michigan are you going?
Pontiac.
They live there?
My aunt lives in Flint. My mother's brother, my uncle, he lives in Rochester. I have some family in Gladwin. Also have some around in Oakland County. Well, that's kind of a big area right there, but
I don't know anywhere he's talking about. Never been there.
Have several people up there. So yeah, they're not going to have a service for him until next year because they're having him cremated. Because a lot of the family is older and they want it to be nicer weather when they go out. So, but I still feel like I need to go up there for a few days, and hang out with them. So that's what I'm going to do. But see, Patrick had already had planned coming in and out. And when I found out what their arrangements were going to be, there wasn't any rush in me going up there.
Yeah.
My back hurts.
Yeah, we know.
We know what?
Daniel said don't drink the water.
The water where?
In Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Flint.
Yeah.
What is it?
Huh?
Don't drink what water?
Flint.
What?
I'll tell you later. Oh, I'm sure they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yes. Hence the big head. I'm telling you. Look, this is every hat.
Weren't you going to give away something?
You know how dumb it looks when you're wearing a hat like this, walking through a store, and your deal's like this, and then it gets so tight it pops loose all the time. Then you're walking through and you're in the checkout line like this. This happens to me all the time, y'all.
I think he just needs to get a beanie.
Look, I used to wear beanies all the time. So if you see me wearing beanies, don't ask. You already know. This happens to me all the time. I'm not joking. Look.
Well, dude, you're not supposed to wear your hat backwards anyway.
I get so jealous sometimes when I see guys.
That's why they make the brim.
Or people, rather.
Otherwise, it would be like this. Yeah. It would have no brim.
Yeah. I've seen a hat like that the other day. Who wear a hat like this. Look at that. Look at this. Look. It doesn't go.
Oh, God.
But
okay.
Yeah.
It ain't going to go on mine either.
So we're going to have to wind this up. You're going to give something away?
Yeah, what do you want to give away?
Hey.
Let me go get my timer.
Guys, be sure. Tell everybody you know. If you haven't shared the channel, share it with them because we're only several hundred away.
No. We're still like 1,000.
That's several hundred.
Hold on. Let me go get my phone. Talk to him for a minute. I'll be back and we get my timer.
Oh, my gosh. You see why I don't have much hair, right? Several hundred away, 1,000, a little bit more. but from giving away those 2 Stihl MS 180 chainsaws, and along with our regular giveaways. So be sure and share that with other people, because there's a good chance, because remember, the random picker picks from the comments. All right. It doesn't pick from the amount of subscribers you have. It picks from the comments that are made. So there's good chances that those people could win, as well. And they may like what we're doing too. So be sure and share that with everybody, because we're not far away from doing that. That's going to be really exciting when we actually sit down and say, okay, we're here. We got both them chainsaws, we're just waiting for an address to send them to, because that excites us more, or excites me as much as when he buys me a new $500 tool like he did. You'll see upcoming. That's to us, that's exciting to give that kind of stuff away. And it's only because you guys that we have, this channel, and we're at where we're at. So be sure and share that with everybody.
You feel sorry for him because of us? Man, it's okay. I feel sorry for him too.
They shouldn't, because he's spoiled.
You take the brain comment? Yeah. Oh, he is spoiled. Oh, this birthday was good. You'll see.
Oh, I'm telling you, they went overboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me show you what Jennifer got me.
What?
That is so stupid.
No, it's a good gift.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll do a giveaway and we got to go.
See, I don't like sweet stuff, but I like sour. And she got me this whole bag of sour stuff. So
Hey, Natalie.
I'll be chewing on that when I'm working next week. That's for sure.
He's nicknamed the Sour Patch Kid. Wonder why.
Yeah.
Whoop.
There we go. Don't lose those. Okay. What are we going to give away? I got a 30-second timer. Whoa.
I just had a big
30-minute. I don't want that. 30. Y'all are going to see. No, let's do.
Well, it's getting winter time.
Let's do 30 seconds.
I feel like we should give hoodies away.
You see? 30 seconds.
Fall and winter.
30 seconds. Okay. Those of you who are on our one of our old live streams know we've done a couple of these, so you never know. Carol says a hoodie.
Yeah, a hoodie. Yeah.
A hoodie.
I mean, this is the time of year everybody could use one of those.
Yep.
So, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give away 2 hoodies. You tell us whether you want the original logo, whether you want Outpost, whatever we have in the store and the design that you want. But we'll do a couple of hoodies to the what? The 5th comment?
Sure. The 5th comment.
If you're putting it on 30 seconds, how's it going to be a 5th comment?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's at the end of the timer. You're going to count down 5.
How did we
Wherever the 5th comment is. On our side. Whatever the 5th comment is on our side.
I'll tell you what. As that thing's counting, we'll just come up with one. Okay? We won't say the 5th. We'll just come up with one.
What do you mean?
Okay. It could be 9 or 15 or whatever.
Well, there's only...
How about we do...
How many's on
Weren't
there?
they supposed
7.
to guess a
There's
number?
only 7 comments at a time, it looks like. 7, maybe 8. Yeah, 7 comments.
But then you've got, it keeps going.
Yeah, it'll
wow, Fitz McGee.
Okay.
76 days of lockdown.
Or you can do it. Go ahead.
I was reading a comment.
Oh, what did it say?
They've been in lockdown for 76 days. So in 14 hours, they get out of the lockdown. He's in Melbourne, Australia.
Also note,
same,
those of you who we can't send.
That's nuts.
Those of you who we cannot send things to, because I've had to. Somebody want a knife from us, and maybe that's just an item out of the ordinary.
What are you doing?
But what are you doing?
Honey, I was trying to get to the new comments.
Just scroll like this. Those of you who we cannot send things to, if I get a notification that I can't send anything to you, I will send you Amazon gift card worth the dollar amount.
Yeah, because if you're in a country that doesn't accept gifts, we have to do
giveaways.
Giveaways. We have to do something different. We've run into that issue, so we can send you a gift card comparable to what the cost would be.
Okay, so I'm going to start it. We're going to give away what?
2 hoodies.
2 hoodies. So listen, if you win,
How do I-
we've had people win and not contact us. You have to contact us and let us know where.
Why would you do the 5th comment or whatever? Because we're not going to know who the 5th is.
Yeah, we are. Whoever at the end of this 30 seconds, wherever the comment is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, we're gonna say that name. They've won. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna pick another number.
Okay.
Got it? So who's picking first? You or her?
Go ahead.
You're gonna
Me?
pick.
Okay.
Okay. You want the 5th comment?
Huh?
You want the 5th comment?
I'll tell you as the clock is going.
All right.
And then you holler yours out.
Y'all comment.
I can't even see anybody's commenting.
D D D D D D D D. Let's see. I'm going to choose the
This is 13, 12, 11,
Um,
10,
10th.
9, 8,
I'm
7,
going to choose the 3rd.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I chose the 3rd. She chose the 10th.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and it stops at Jeff Warden.
Okay.
So are you going up with the 3rd, or how do you do that?
It's down.
Okay, well then how am I getting 10?
That's why I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pawpaw.
No.
And yeah, pawpaw. That's 10. If you go up from 10. 1,
You said
2,
you were
3,
going
4,
down,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. I picked the 3rd and you picked the 10th, right?
Uh-huh. And it was Jeff. Jeff was 3 when you stopped.
So Jeff was 3.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do one just to round it out. And so wherever you see the comments start,
Jeff Warden, Papaw.
Send
Even
us
though
an
you're on
email.
Dad's side.
Okay. Hold on. All right, here we go for one more.
The only bad part is I come in delayed.
it's wherever it comes in on our side.
What number are you picking?
I don't know yet.
He's not looking, y'all.
Six.
Okay. He's picking 6.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jim Wason, Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo.
I went up.
3 is an odd
Huh?
number.
You said you went up with all of them.
Well, okay. Be sure and write to us and let us know, what kind of design you want. And we can go from there and get that to you as quick as we can.
6 coming down.
Let's see. What else? What else?
Make sure you write us.
Yeah. Okay,
What
guys.
else? You don't want anything? Lies.
Who doesn't want anything?
You don't want anything? I feel like sending you something just because. You want an Outpost cup? They're nice. Here we go. Holy cow, where's all these comments coming from?
It's because it's delayed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I think we should have done a number or something. I'm picking.
We can do a number.
It's
But what if
okay.
someone picks the same number?
It's okay. I gotta go take my cough medicine.
Okay, go take it.
Y'all, where I've been sick, I get to coughing at night, and my husband wants to strangle me. So if I want to live to see another day, I have to go take some medicine.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we don't want to hold you up anymore.
Yes.
We have been here an hour and a half.
Yeah, and we got to go. But
Yeah.
tomorrow is his birthday. Wish him a happy birthday. Send us an email. Comment on the videos. Share the videos. He does work really hard, and
He does, little pooper stooper.
And so that's right. There you go.
Thank you, Daniel.
Holy crap! What's next? What's your name? That way, if I see you commenting and all that stuff, I know who I'm talking to. Unless you don't want us to know your name, that's okay too. Arlette Harrell.
Thank you, Danny. Love
Happy
you.
birthday, Richard.
Yeah, thank you. Every one of you guys, we appreciate all of you. We hope that you guys take care.
And we love you.
Yeah. Have a great evening. And we will try to get back on track with these live streams. It's just been, I don't know.
It's been crazy.
It's been elbows. Whoop.
Elbows and elbows.
Yeah. Elbows.
You get it?
Anyway,
No.
guys, love y'all. Holler at you later. Patrick, in the broadcast.
Oh,
So we don't want to keep them up too late.
see you later.
Okay.
Bye, y'all. Much
Adios.
love.
Adios.
Bye.